Okay, welcome to day 3 of our presentation on the Plant and Equipment Wellness Way. Today is about bringing the whole thing together into a final package. There are some repeating of what we've covered already, but in a way that gels it together into an overall perspective. So I've talked about the foundational concepts in day 1 and the importance of understanding how these things interact across a life cycle situation. Day 2, we talked about the application of the tools and techniques and methods and processes of plant and equipment wellness, how to go from an analysis situation right through to an implementation, an application, and then a fix into place practice. Day 3 is really about understanding how to use these techniques and concepts to create reliability. I've already said reliability is something that we invent. We actually decide how much reliability we need and we create the processes to generate that reliability. So today we'll talk about that. The whole point, of course, is to minimise operating and business risk. We want to free up the money that's now being lost and put that money to good use for future growth of the company or profits as need to be used. Stress, of course, is the driver. Stress that fails the part, that fails the machine, that fails the business, that fails the company. We want to stop the stress that break the parts. So everything's been very much focused on how machines and equipment fail, and in particular how not to let them fail. It's a life cycle issue. Plant wellness uses the life cycle concepts. A lot of other methodologies in maintenance and reliability are about what's happening in the plant today and living with the troubles we have today and solving today's problems. Plant wellness will do that. There certainly can be done, but we're about the whole business life. And we want to use the right things and do the right things from the very beginning and understand what those right things are to be put into place. So we'll cover off both the life cycle risk issues and using the life cycle thinking to maximise operational profits by reducing operational risk. Then we'll finish off with about machinery risk reduction, talking about the economics of decisions. Which decisions do we do that pay back best for the company and give us maximum reliability? Because in the end, maintenance is an economic choice. It might be okay to let things break. It might be okay to allow the complete plant to blow up. It might be the cheapest thing to buy a whole brand new plant, then maintain it. But I wouldn't be able to say that until I modelled my financial options. So if you're a maintenance person and you're a maintenance manager in particular, you've got to be a financial manager too. You've got to have tools to financially model your 3 or 4 different choices across the life cycle period and see which one makes the most money for the company. Because breakdowns aren't necessarily bad. They're only bad if they are the crazy thing to do out of all the choices that you had available to you. Finally, we're going to touch on change management. These 3 days are about the plant and equipment wellness process, what it is, the way it works, how we use it. It is about 20% of the effort required to actually make the change in a company. We will come up with the plans, come up with strategies, come up with very good reasons, financial reasons to do the changes. But then the people in the workplace have to make that change. Management have to buy into it and drive the change, push that all the way through the company, get people to want to do this, to come on board with the future success of the company. So the hard 80% will be changing the mindsets, the culture, the habits that have been there and made the company that it currently is. So I want to touch a bit on change management, just to talk about what it is, to appreciate that plant and equipment wellness will also require cultural change in a company, and we want to provide a vehicle for that cultural change and be part of that cultural change and be with companies for the rest of their working life and help them get better and better and better. I don't want to simply go to a company and say, here's a pile of paper, turn my back and walk away. I want to work with them to take this to as far as they can take it. And I want to be a partner with these companies and yourselves as well, to partner your clients all the way to their success and to hopefully in the end your success as well. So yeah, change will be necessary and it'll be the hardest part, but there are ways of doing this and doing it well, and we'll discuss a few of those when we get to